Hello and welcome to Athena's Creations 2017. I'm Athena Turk, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2017. And tonight I have a really nice card that is a new to me fun fold using the Cutest onesie. And it is absolutely the cutest bundle for a baby card. So I'm going to go ahead and point the camera down, and I've got the instructions for you so that you can take a screenshot so that you can make a card very similar, or you can case it. Just mention my name, Athena Turk. I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down so we can get started. And hopefully this week I will be able to get the project or the camera closer to our project. You can see my fun little mess here. I'm trying really hard to get this stand, and it just seems to be really, oh, there we go. Okay, I think that's going to work. I'm using my liquid glue for our projects tonight. I just want to make sure you can see everything. Now, last week I shared as part of my paper pumpkin kit this really fun card stamped on the paper pumpkin. Absolutely a cute card, so much fun. The Cutest onesie is one of my favorite little bundles. It's got all kinds of different pieces to it to create this really cool card. This is a fun fold. The card base is basically a 1/4 sheet of cardstock, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4. The first layer of designer series paper is 5 1/4 by 4. Then this top piece, the fold piece, is 9 3/4 by 4 1/4, and it is scored at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. So it kind of creates a Z fold to it. Now the larger DSP, which is this one right up here at the top. This DSP here is 4 by 3, and then this white piece and this white piece is 4 by 3. And this one I am dry embossed with our eyelet folder. This was part of the bird suite in our annual catalog, Eyelet 3D. And then the die cut that we're using is coming from the Unbounded Love dies. And the designer paper that we're using is the Current in Color designer series paper, and it is Pretty in Pink and Petunia Pop. And then the cute little duck is coming from the designer series paper from the Charming Duck Pond. And this is a cute bundle that is located in our current catalog. I believe it's available while supplies last. It is set to retire, or perhaps it goes into the online exclusives. But my the design that I came up with was inspired by this card in the annual catalog. For some reason, I lost my words there for a second. So this bundle is, like I said, it's got all these die cut pieces. Absolutely adorable. And it's only $27 for this entire bundle. You're going to want to make sure you have that in your stash before it's no longer available, because you could make some really fun cards. So let's go ahead and get started. I did do some die cutting ahead of time just to save a little bit of time. We're going to do our stamping and assembling, and then we'll do all of the glue and things like that. So let's go ahead and fold. This is for our baby card. Hey, Kathy, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope I got the camera close enough that you can actually see what I'm doing and it's not far away. You would think after all these years of doing this, I would have it all figured out. So we're going to go ahead and adhere the card base and the piece right here. It's from that duck pond paper. It's super, super cute. Just basically going to find the sweet spot and center this. I'm going to hold down one side, lift up the flap, and then apply my adhesive. And this is Petunia Pop Card Base with the Pretty in Pink. So pretty. And then our piece right here. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down as well. When you have lines, you have some kind of paper, it really helps to figure out where it's going to look the best on the card. And so I'm kind of lining it up, using that as a guide. There we go. So I'm going to hold that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply the adhesive. Go. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go live tonight with the weather. Thankfully, so far it's working out. There we go. So there's our card base. Now I went ahead and I did all the die cutting ahead of time. So this is the eyelet embossing folder that we're going to go ahead and put in the center. And then we also have, oh, we don't have it. I didn't cut it. So you know what? I'm going to cut it real quick. I thought I had that piece on the counter here. Normally I pre-cut everything ahead of time, sometimes a week or two in advance, and that was one that I just need to trim. So I'm going to get my paper trimmer out quickly. And we're going to cut this at 4 by 3. So here's our paper trimmer, 4 inches by 3 inches. You can actually get 2 of those from one sheet of 6 by 6. All right, here we go. I'll go ahead and put that on there. So now we have everything ready to go. Oh, I should have stamped this one first, because again, this is congratulations. I'm gonna get my Memento ink out. We're gonna use that for several words tonight. Nice and firmly on the block. Congratulations. Then while we have that out, we're going to go ahead and stamp on some Designer Series paper. So as you can see, we're going to stamp this little onesie, which is absolutely adorable. If you need a baby card, this is the stamp bundle to get. There's actually some wrapping paper at the Dollar Tree that is just like this. So cute. Then you stamp it and then die cut it out. Voila. And then this one, we're going to do the same thing. Almost the perfect size. And then we're going to die cut that out. Voila. And we've got a little bit more stamping to go. We're going to stamp wishing you lots of joy. So the congratulations and wishing you lots of joy is in this bundle. The reason we want to stamp first is in case we rocked our block, and if you do that, then there's like a smear on there. So you just want to be real careful with that. Oh, and then we do have, on this one, there is another piece to stamp. At first, when I opened this, I wasn't real sure what all of this stuff was, but this is for like the little bunsy buttons. I said bunsy, didn't I? Onesie buttons. Basically right here at the top. Isn't that the cutest ever? I just think that's absolutely adorable. All right, so we've got those two done. Now the other thing is to stamp Babies Are a Blessing, which is from another stamp set that's retired. I thought I had it up here and I don't know what I did with it. I think I must have put it back up. I'll find that for you if you're curious about that. I love these die cut pieces. There's so much potential with this one. And then when I first started playing around, I just kind of came up with, you can of course do blue for the boy. You can do yellow and green if you don't know the baby gender reveal. Lots of fun that you can do with this bundle. All right, Babies Are a Blessing. Let that ink soak in. Set that aside for a moment while that's drying, because we're going to actually start putting our card together. All right, so now we've got this piece that's just going to layer right on top, just like that. Alrighty, and then Babies Are a Blessing. Should be dry now. Put that one right there in the middle. And then something I like to do ahead of time, once I've done my die cutting, is to use, if it's really small like this, I'll use my glue dots. And then I'll just put those tiny pieces there, so when I'm playing around here, I won't lose those pieces, because that sometimes can happen. Let's see. Okay, so for this one, we're going to go ahead and put this cute little baby duckling like right there. Isn't that the cutest? Now the thing about the die cut on the onesie, as you can see, there's like this little slit at the top. So let's see, is this the right one? No, the right one. We got this cute little hanger, and again, it's really, really tiny, but it'll fit in the back there. Just like that. Super cute. And then we're going to use the gold and put that one on. You have to have a little bit of patience, because these are really, really tiny pieces that we're working with. But the overall result is absolutely adorable. Now we've got this little piece right here that's going to go right there. And then we're going to go ahead, trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so next we're going to put this piece right there. Super cute. And then this one is going to go in offset. It's going to be kind of offset right there. So let's go ahead and add our adhesive. Just advance that real quick. Just like that. And then we have this little piece that we're gonna, it's gonna be kind of in the middle between the two. And I almost forgot this cute little rattle. It's gonna go on the inside just for an extra little piece there. And you gotta be real careful when you're gluing these pieces, because they are really cute and tiny. All right. Now we're gonna add some embellishments, and then we're gonna glue the 1, 2, 3. Now I'm saving the glue for last because it's very sticky, but it's for those tiny, tiny pieces that is tinier than tiny can be. Now the embellishments that we're gonna use for this one is brushed brass butterflies. I have to say that very carefully. It's a tongue twister. We're going to get the tiniest little butterfly. We're going to put that right there on the pocket. I was actually invited to a baby shower, and I hadn't been to a baby shower in a long, long time. And so I made this card last weekend, and the theme was butterflies and, of course, pink and all the fun things that go with that. And then the next embellishment that we're going to use is the adhesive backed heart sequins, part of the online exclusive back in January. We've got the tiniest little heart we're going to put right there. We're going to put another tiny heart over here. And then one more little heart up there. Hearts and butterfly, excuse me. All right. Now, I'm going to bring in, like I said, we're going to be doing some gluing. So we've got this silicone mat that I'm going to use with my liquid glue. And I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, because the gummy part will help pick up the letters, or excuse me, the numbers here. The numbers. And I'm going to turn it upside down so that I can go ahead and apply the liquid, this adhesive that's liquid. And then this will just wash right off. Super, super easy. You just need a little bit of the liquid glue. And presto. And again, we're going to do the same thing. Just a little bit of that liquid glue. It's going to go a long way. The nice thing about liquid glue, when you use it as an adhesive, you have a little bit of time before it completely dries. So if your card is a little off-centered, you can straighten it out without ripping the paper. And now our number 3. What you can do is use this silicone right on top, because you don't want that glue on you or the project, and you want it to stay to your project and not be lifting up. So as you know, I always like to share all of those great tips and tricks. And so now we have our cute little baby card in the fun fold. Super fun, super easy to make. Hopefully you guys will be inspired to come up with some really nice guy cards or some gender neutral cards. That would be really fun to see. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy stamping.